so I'm gonna show you where we're at. Yesterday was Christmas. I was here all day. Where else would I be, right? Now, we all had Christmas dinner yesterday evening. I like to have our dinners in the evening so I can work at the shop all day. So anyway, so I was here all day yesterday and I didn't get any video. I left my camera at home. But you know, most of the day I actually sat here and racked my brain on how we're going to do this rear watch link and the airbag setup. So, you know, trying to be able to lift the trunk and see something that looks nice, looks cool, you know, we could easily throw something together that works, but it's just not going to look cool when we open the trunk. So we're trying to, you know, trying to be able to have it look nice and functional. So what I've come up with was, you know, I want to do some stainless back here. So I've done some stainless tubes, and this is kind of what I'm thinking. I'll give you a look here. So let me see these two tubes dropping here, they're stainless. You know, they're going to come straight down. We're going to have a cross member in here. This cross member is going to be in here. Those tubes are going to come down on top of that cross member. We're going to have that all bolted in. But up here, had I known this is the route we were going to go, I could have raised this whole piece and then just kind of come into the backside of this with slugs through it. But you know, from the get-go, I had no idea what I was going to do back here, so we have to figure something else out. So what we're going to do is I've added this piece of tube to the top, and then we'll do end caps and stuff on the tube. We'll do end caps on these. I may even take this tube and slice that tube exactly the same angle as this, and then plate the whole end of this so it looks nice, looks tied together. It'll look good when we get done. But you know, there was a lot of different ways I could have done this, and I was just trying to make something that would look nice when it was done. So you know, so here's what we did. Took this tube. This is 1 3/4 120 wall DOM. It is, we took and slugged it. I don't know, man, it's gonna be hard to see now. Let me try something. There you go. How about that? So, see where we slugged it inside there, and we tigged it around here, ran the slug through, and then we actually slugged this also, the stainless tube with a stainless slug, and you know, we plug welded it 4 places all around, then we'll TIG weld the inside too. I haven't yet, but I will. Let's see if you can see that. So I have not TIG welded right on here, but we're going to weld that slug in there, and these slugs are already welded in. So and then we can just bolt this thing together. So, and the reason I want this thing bolted in is because the frame is going to get powder coated. And obviously I don't want to powder coat over my stainless tubes. I wouldn't use stainless if I wanted to powder coat over them, put color on them. So we just want those tubes polished stainless. And the guys can powder coat it, but they got to tape all this off, and it's just going to be a pain in the butt. So I thought even just installing the rear end and taking the rear end out, I figured it just might be easier to, you know, to just be able to unbolt this thing. Why not? I mean, it's not, you know, it's got to be strong, but as long as we build it strong enough, then we should be able to put this thing bolted in place, unbolt it as we want. So that's the game plan. That's what we're doing. We'll do the other side, you know, kind of the same way. See what it looks like, and you know, and then we'll do some other stuff too. We'll do some kind of a design in here, whether we do straight tubes across or we do angle tubes or whatever. You know, may do like a V or something. You know, come off of here and up here, over here, over there, or we might just do like a ladder setup with tubes across it. But we will be tying that all together. So our airbags will come up here, and we'll use this to drop our airbag mounts off of too, depending on how high we need our airbags or how low we need our airbags. We'll make a mount drop off of this. Should work pretty good. You know, these are all 1/2-inch bolts and stuff in here, so they're not going to break. You know, the car's not going to be that heavy, but you know, still changing things as I go. This is where we're at the moment. You know, this will all be, that'll end up being welded on here. You know, this tube will get welded down this seam, down that seam. Should work out pretty good, but yeah, that's where we're at the moment.